I'm Erik Rupp, and this is Kayfabe Kommentary. How about Trevor Murdoch? He is one tough SOB. He was trained by Harley Race. That's been brought up multiple times, and he looks like it in the ring. He wrestles in that old school 70s, early 80s style. He's just a legitimate tough guy. He's a huge asset to the NWA, and I'll tell you what, he's a guy that I would love to see with some gold around his waist because he's a legitimate, tough, old school wrestler. I love what Trevor Murdoch does in the ring. But with that, let's get to Marty Scurll. Marty Scurll, the villain, probably the biggest free agent in the market when it comes to pro wrestling. Nobody thought he was coming to the NWA. Nobody. And then at the end of Into the Fire, there he was. He is up there. The music's playing. People are shocked. And he comes down and does an interview. And it's clear he has unfinished business with Nick Aldis. The two of them are friends going back years. But that fight that they had, that match they had at the Crockett Cup, that was a brutal match. And yeah, Nick Aldis won it. And at the end, it was a fairly decisive win. But it was a brutal match that could have gone either way up until the end. Marty Scurll has a size disadvantage with Nick Aldis. We can all see that. But Marty Scurll is one tough guy too. And he's got some serious wrestling skills. And right now, it seems like Nick Aldis has been unnerved and he's rattled by the appearance of Marty Scurll. Clearly, Aldis didn't see this coming. And Scurll wants that NWA title. He wants the 10 pounds of gold. And Nick Aldis is in his way. But clearly, Nick Aldis wants no part of Marty Scurll. He won't even talk about him as a potential opponent. What the heck's going on there? Is Aldis really afraid of Scurll too? Clearly, Aldis is afraid of Eli Drake. He's afraid of Mr. Anderson. Is he also afraid of Marty Scurll? And is he still afraid of James Storm, even though he got the win over Storm? Storm beat the hell out of Aldis for the first part of that match. So are we seeing a change in Nick Aldis because Marty Scurll has come in there right after Aldis took a beating against James Storm? And this is going to be interesting going forward. Is Marty Scurll going to be with the NWA long term, or is this just a short-term pit stop? And I would say that depends on whether or not he gets the 10 pounds of gold. If he becomes the champion, he's with the NWA. But if he doesn't, if he fails to get that title, maybe he does end up somewhere else. Maybe he goes to NXT. Maybe he goes to AEW. You don't know. But for right now, he is looking for that 10 pounds of gold.